It's more than a game. It's a New Orleans tradition, the annual Bayou Classic, a week-long celebration of the HBCU experience. Make plans now to see the Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Friday night Battle of the Bands and Greek Show, Fan Fest in Champion Square, followed by a battle for bragging rights in the 41st Annual Bayou Classic. Tickets available now at these locations, sponsored by NBC 33.
Guys, I guess this time of year is here, and seems like it creeped up on us real fast. I guess you can't prepare enough as it relates to getting ready for the season. But just a brief note, I'd like to talk about a few guys that we inked, that we signed as of earlier today. Darius Johnson, a 6'3" guard from Kimball High School out of Dallas, a shooting guard that I think is can really shoot the basketball in our program. We like those perimeter guys that can score. So we're glad to have him. Brendan Ganaway, a 5'10" point guard out of Bush High School, out of Richmond, Texas. Play a transition game a lot that I think kind of fit the style of ball that we play. We're excited about signing him. And a local kid, Shaquille Benson, 6'10", from Hornville High School, will be coming to join our basketball team, our basketball family for next season. So just before the tip-off of our first home game, we're excited about those guys, and hopefully that we're able to sign a couple more guys before the end of this early signing period. We look forward to opening night against a very good Louisiana Tech basketball team, well-coached team. Michael White does a good job with his basketball program, probably one of the most sought-after, finest coaches in Louisiana at the mid-major level right now. And they come in and play a very aggressive brand of basketball. They are known to pressure you for most of the basketball contests, and they are also very up-tempo. I think defensively, we have a lot of comparisons to both teams. I think that they get after you more full court, and we get after you more from a half-court basis or three-quarter court basis. And, to get a program like this to come on our home court is very exciting. I hope we haven't bit off too much we could chew right now, because I think, as it relates to mid-major poll, they are one of the top 10 teams, and actually as it relates to the top 20, they actually been getting votes to be in the top 20. We know that they finished strong last year in the NIT and had a great showing, and I think that's for the second year in a row that they made a strong showing in the NIT. And so we are very excited about having this type of opponent to come to our gym, and I'm really eager with so many new guys to see how we come out and set the tone for our basketball season.
Coach, talk about, you mentioned you might have bitten off more than you could chew. Do you wish you had some more time, or is it just time to let the guys learn by fire and actually having some game action to get them ready?
I think it's time. Obviously, when the game was scheduled, our program, we thought would be in a different state with some guys that we would have had in our program. But that's gone now. We're looking forward. So younger guys that haven't had any experience, we're forced to play. I think it's time. We practice a lot, and I think that we learn so much in practice right now that the next step is learning game situation. And I hope while we're learning game situation that we put ourselves in a position to win a basketball game. A very aggressive team to open up the season with, and not open up your season with, but open up with them at home with such a new basketball team and such a transition state for us this year. But I do like the guys in our locker room. I like this basketball team. I like its energy, and I like its effort. And I think if we continue to have that we will have success this basketball season.
I mean, I know it's obviously early, but in the practice early on, what do you think you guys are going to hang your hat on this year to be successful?
Well, I think that we really have to find a game identity. I think that things we have so many new parts, and practice can only tell so much, and I think game situation tell much more. And so early on, there's no question about it. You know, the thing about it is Louisiana Tech is bringing in probably the 3 finest guards in college basketball right now. They program certainly is built around that, and Kaiser, a great athlete that they have playing that 4 or 5 spot. And so I think we'll be similar. I think I have to build our hat on some of our perimeter players that's coming back because they bring the most experience for us. So it'll be a good test for our young ball club, but it'll be a good test for our young guards that we have that I think that's capable of helping us win a lot of ball games.
Cool. I know you have a lot of youth on the roster. Do you think, for lack of a better term, do you think they're kind of ready for the challenge? Have they seemed like they've been overwhelmed early, or how do you think they'll embrace the challenge going forward?
I imagine early on that because the newness of it the first time, really get that game speed. Popcorn is in the stands, and but once you shake that off the first couple of minutes, it's about playing basketball. And one thing about it, I'm very eager and excited to see how we respond. Because I do think that this team is capable of winning its share of ball games. Will it be right now? I'm not sure, but I like the tone that they set. They compete every day in practice, and everybody come to work. And now it's about going out actually in the game and exercising what we do in practice every day.
Cool. And I know it's probably a topic that you're sick of. Most people here are sick of, but with the NCAA sanctions, it must be, the people who here and stayed here, it must really be a place they want to be with that cloud hanging over your head. Can you kind of talk about the guys' dedication to the program?
No question about it. I think, everybody knows the transition phase that we're going through, but it's very rewarding to see that young men are sticking together. They obviously care about this university because they're weathering the storm. Our motto is that we're more than a basketball program, we're a basketball family. And I think that, a person like Cameron Monroe, the guy that's been here 4 years, all of my years here, we brought him in as a freshman, now he's a senior, that time's gone fast. But for a kid to come in on the APR and say, Coach, I'm coming to play for you, and then his first year, we can't go to the tournament, had success, no postseason play. Second year, we do well, we go play in the tournament. His third year, we right back to square one where we thought we was going to play postseason play, guaranteed in at least the NIT, and he can't go. And then this year, you don't really know. Well, obviously, that young man is not just about when the times are good. He's fighting through it all. And so these guys are doing the same thing as a total package. So I'm very pleased with what type of character we have in that locker room. And I think with that type of character can spell over to the floor in due time that we'll be able to regroup and win our share of basketball games.
Cool. Now,
Coach, with that, with the level of talent that'll be in here Friday night, can you talk about your rotation? Is it pretty much set based on guys you can trust and their experience level, or are you just going to play it by ear and see who can respond to the challenge?
I think, once again, I think we understand the guys or some of the perimeter guys that was here last year definitely have to play with that experience factor. And the mystery part is somewhere we got so many new guys about how they perform on the inside. I think Frank Snow is really the only guy back with some experience of playing, and not a whole lot, but played some last year. And I think that would be a key factor as well, trying to find out the chemistry right there between 3, 4, and 5. How it works out, who plays well in the game, who compete the most. And so that'll still be a musical chair type situation. But we'll figure it out, and I think we'll figure it out early on.
Will you be at full strength with Christopher Hyder? I know you had to sit out last year. Will he be back in the lineup opening game?
Yes. Sebo is a probable starter. He'll be right back. The thing about him is He's playing his way back into some real game shape. He has the most energy on the team, most nights, and we need that from him. We need his leadership ability, being that he's played here and been in the system now for a couple of years. And so we welcome him back, and he's going to be an important part because we know this ball club going to come in and try to pressure us for just about 40 minutes. And so I think I feel comfortable with a coach with having him out there on the floor and knowing what we're about to face.
So you saw Hyder and Traylon in the backcourt, I assume?
Probably starters unless something changed overnight. We'll probably go with those two in the backcourt.
And then the other three starters?
You put me on the spot, but we probably would go with Adrian Rogers. We'll probably go with Frank Snow, and we'll probably go with Joel Hopkins.
Frank at the 5.
Frank at the 5.
Got time for one more question from Coach Banks.
All right. I mean, you didn't mention Cameron amongst the starters, but he is a guy who's been here 4 years, like you said earlier. He's been a lot of basketball games. Have you seen, the younger guys kind of coming to him for attention, and how is he with, the younger players on the team instead of some of the new blood?
Well, you said it right. I didn't mention him as a starter, but his leadership is stardom. It's huge for us, and he knows that he is going to play his quality of minutes, and he knows his role on the team. But for him being a leader, we have to have that voice. And I often say it's not the 5 that start, it's the 5 that finish. And so, those guys just running out there first. We have some more capable guys that can change overnight. It just depends on who can run out there in the start lineup. But we definitely need his leadership. I think the guys look for him for leadership. He's been around a while. And that's just a testament, I think, of some of those guards that's coming back, because he can very well run out there and be a starter as well.